What's up, guys? It's Mark Russell. Let's prune some trees. 770 Arborist coming to you virtually. We're going to look at some pruning, why you don't top trees, how you make proper cuts, and the difference between canopy thinning, canopy crown raising, or canopy lifting. Let's jump into it. So let's look at, we've got a little river birch here. Okay, so looking at this river birch, let's suppose that we needed to do some canopy lifting because there's not enough light. Where can you cut this tree? So like if you look in here, what you don't want to do first off is you don't want to come across the top and reshape it. Even though you get tempted, oh, we can just reshape it. You cannot top trees, okay? Trees are not like bushes. So you can't go in. The reason they're not like bushes, because the vascular system is very different. When a tree is tasked with moving sap from way down here to 50 feet up or 30, 40 feet up, squeezing, or actually, as a matter of fact, it's not pushing the water, it's pulling the water. Not everybody knows this, but as water evaporates out of a leaf, the cells crush down like this. Oh, this is C4 energy drink, okay, or pre-workout. Actually, I have not had any of this. I had some caffeine. But okay, watch. This is how it pulls sap up. You ready? Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Bonk. Okay, so water evaporates, the cell squeezes down, and then bonk, it goes, I need to expand, and it pulls water up the trunk. Now here's the problem. If you go cutting the top off, there's no more leaves up there to go and pull water. It messes everything up. Okay, you cut the top off, there are no leaves to pull the sap up, you're messing the whole thing up. You cannot do that. Bushes are different. They don't need, maybe there is some pressure going up from the roots. That I actually don't know. So that does leave the big question, well, how can you top the top of a bush? Probably because at freaking 3 foot high, the surrounding leaves can still pull 3 foot high, even if you have air entering into the system. But you go freaking 50 feet high and you introduce air into the vascular system, no good. The leaves around it are going to have a real hard time because it's going to pull air into the system. Okay? Boy, I wish I had a video of, tree injection. You guys are seeing all of my tree, INJJEC, tree injection system. Let's see if they have any of it on a trunk to show demo. Yeah, they don't. I wish they did. Stump, S-T-U-M-P. Let's see. Do they have any? No one has it. I've been at tree trade shows before. Oh, there it is. Watch this. Okay, who is this? The Weekend Handyman. I'm going to kill your... Watch this. Watch this. When you inject, okay, when you inject a tree, hold on just a second. Let's see where it goes. Let's see. Look. See, right there. You shoot it right here and it comes up right there. Okay, this is a pack of straws, you guys. A tree is like a pack of straws. The second you introduce air, it's not pulling up. This is the way that trees move material up and down. This is why you don't top trees, okay? We've gotten over that subject. Let's go to 4 minutes. You guys are going to have to be on marathon. Okay, let's go to proper pruning cuts. P-R-O-P-E-R-P-R-U. Proper pruning cuts. Images. Here we go. We're going to talk about, let's see. Okay, this first off, we've done this before. We talked about the 3-cut method. Okay, you make an undercut, then you make an overcut. That prevents it from peeling. But I want to talk about crown proper pruning, C-R-O-W, R-E-D-U-C-T-I. This is a crown reduction cut. Let's see if we can find a good image. And if not, I may have to just draw one. Okay, I'm probably going to have to draw one. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, and I'm going to have to bring this out. Oh, come on. Let me to the image. Where's my image? That was like a big teaser. Open image in new tab. Bam. And then we're going to do a little bit of hoop-de-doo here. Here we go. You ready? Bump, bump, bump. Oh! Filling the screen, baby. Okay, let me tell you about this. Here are the rules, okay? When you're doing a crown reduction cut, skipping back over to here, like what if you did want to take some of these down? What if you absolutely had to? And sometimes you do, because what happens is that like power lines sometimes go over and they have to make a crown reduction cut. Is that a topping cut? No, because a topping cut, basically branches going up and you cut midway, right in the middle, and there's no side branch coming off. There's some rules. If you do a crown reduction cut, you can cut a big one in the middle if you leave one, and here are the rules. Number one, the one that you leave, the diameter has to be at least 50% or bigger of the one that you cut. Okay? So if this is the original and this is, let's say, 2 inches, the one that you leave has to be 1 inch. Why? It's really important. Remember, when we go back to, oh, I already turned it off. But we talked about, what we talked about is that sap flow going up the trunk. There is sap coming up the trunk and going up here. Well, here's the deal. This thing has to get healed off. It has to get like the callus wood grown over it. That may be an inappropriate term used there, but no matter what, it needs to get the concealing wood, the scab. Oh my gosh, did I just use that word? It has to close it off, okay? Now remember also, you will never have this area heal. All that will happen is a little donut ring from the cambium layer will close off over that and conceal. Trees don't heal. They conceal. Okay, what we want them to do is conceal quickly, and that's why we do the second portion. Well, that's why this has to be 50% or bigger so that enough sap flows up so that it can quickly deposit and conceal and keep the bugs out and minimize and compartmentalize the potential for decay. That's it. It's decay. That's the reason why this angle says final cut and imaginary line. Okay, you do not want to cut. Now, you can make your first cut on this, but your final cut needs to roughly do or follow the line here. Let's talk about why. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, okay? Here's the deal, guys, and this is very important. If you leave it here, you're going to have this area right out here at a 90-degree area. As the sap comes up, it's going to tend to go this way, which means if you have a really far extruding, let's say you drew the cut like that, there's no way sap is going to go and deposit minerals out here on a line that finalized like that. So you'll get this triangle of rot, and it'll never be able to seal across wood. You need to make it so that this area right here can get the deposit of that that new wood growth to conceal it here. Because if it's way out here, sap's not going to go out there. Then the wood will rot, and then it'll go down into your trunk, and then this piece, years to come, is going to get totally fat. It's going to get totally fat. Oh, this genuinely made... I'm going to put it on pause real quick. Something by the word of fat. I said, okay, remember fat when you get back to doing this video. I don't even... Oh, something about something's going to get big and fat. Like this is going to get... When it gets fatter, this is going to rot. I have no idea. I'm so irritated. I just lost my train of thought at 9 minutes and 40 seconds. Ah! Okay, let's keep on going. Okay, so we talked about don't top your tree. Let's talk a little bit about canopy thinning. Okay, this is thinning. Let's just look at some pictures, you guys. Watch this. Let's see. Open image in new tab. Whoever's website that was, I'm so sorry. We're not looking at your image directly. And I'm changing the media, so I'm legally allowed to do it. Crown cleaning before super duper scrappy. Crown cleaning, crown thinning. Now, I don't know the difference between cleaning and thinning. Oh, maybe cleaning is taking out the dead, and thinning would be taking out some live. Here's the important part, you guys, okay? Do you notice that the shape, the outside shape is the same, okay? So you never want to go, especially and make a cut right there. Now, you could do crown reduction cut. That is crown reduction. This is where they've gone and they have taken at the Y, they've taken that middle one out and they come down to those two. Actually, this is not really, let's see, representative. Let's see, where did they take this cut? Oh, yeah. Look. They took the cut like, this isn't a great example because where you would do a crown reduction is you would take, and I can't, let's see, can it? Will it? That's the maximum, whatever percentage. So a crown reduction cut might go like here, or you might cut here. Remember the rule, 50% or bigger of the one that you're cutting is the one that you're leaving. So could you take a cut here? Maybe that would be pushing it, but you can do crown reduction cuts. But this, and also crown thinning allows, once again, for light to penetrate. See how super like kind of grown over that is? So you could go in and you could take like 1 out of 4 of these internals, right? And then also, like if you check this out, watch, like on this, you would want to kind of, if you're going to do a canopy lift, which is crown raising, there's a crown raising, open image in new tab, bajonk. Here we go, Alt, or, no, not Alt, bump. Okay, this is way too much. Way too much. You would never want to go that high. That is like, it's called lion's tailing, and that's going to mess everything up. But you could go and maybe take that, or you would want to stay at about maximum 30% in one growing season, and that is during the winter, fall and winter, when the tree is in dormant, for reasons. Number 1, there are no bugs in the winter. You cut in the middle of the summer, it's like taking a dog does his business out in the grass and in like 5 minutes there's flies on it. It's the same thing. You make a cut on a tree and within a day, man, you're going to get post-borer beetles. It can happen. It's always better. Few cuts here and there, but like a lot of cuts, man, the pheromones are going out into the atmosphere and it can attract bugs. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, it gives the cuts time to dry if you cut them in the winter, so the next summer, there are no bugs, they're dried, they're not smelling good. Number 3, it got full photosynthesis. Full photosynthesis. It pushed out all its leaves and got all the return on investment, okay? All the return on investment for the leaves that it did. It photosynthesized, got back all that nutrients. And number 4, when it does push during spring flush, it pushes all that energy back toward, where's my good, it's so annoying. It pushes it all back to heal that cut, to conceal that cut. So instead of pushing for new leaves, it goes and pushes all of it to conceal that cut. So you're optimizing, let me make my screen big, optimizing the amount of energy on that spring flush to just totally have that cambium layer go and clean and seal. The goal of proper pruning is to conceal and optimize every little micro piece of energy in that tree to make sure it's optimally used. Because at the end of the day, you can get some guy who doesn't know what he's doing to go and cut your tree. And guess what? 5 years from now, he shaped it. Oh, we're gonna shape it up. Well, what he did is he topped your tree. And now little sprouts come out. And now decay pockets form on those sprouts because he cut it in the middle of the branch instead of at the Y. And then like 5 years from now, you've got decay pockets all over the place and it's cracking in the littlest bit of storms and falling on your kids. I kind of like this. I probably should not have had so much. And it was just caffeine. It wasn't C4. But I am having a good time with this. Okay, sorry. I kind of got done with the too quick a video. Okay, so we've covered don't top your tree. We've covered the angles, okay? You want to make sure that you follow. That was the other thing. I have to tell you this. So I have to find where we were at. Okay, this was it. Open image in new tab. And let's get that bad boy. This is what we were talking about. We need to roughly follow the line right here to make sure that we don't have that corner right there that'll turn into decay, rot down the tree, form a decay pocket, and there it is. When this gets big and fat, falls over and conks your kid on the head, or your grandma, or yourself when you're older and walking with your cane. Okay, let's not do that. Not a good idea when we can just simply make our crown reduction cuts the way that ANSI, American National Standards Z133 standards book talks about. I think it's in there. Okay, so we are covering the lion's share of pruning practices. Let's go back to this. Okay, so now all of a sudden we've got maximum 1/3 crown density. Then we go to some internal thinning so that the grass or the light can go through, thin that up a little, get a little extra on the zoysia rather than the Bermuda. Okay? Oh, this is going to be awesome. As a side note, let's say we have some septic issues. Where would we want to put? Let's just say we are updating our septic system on this particular property. You always need to be really careful. This is total side note. You don't want to dig any closer, probably on this one, than here. Two things. You've got buttress roots. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm having too much fun with this one, guys. Okay. Tree buttress. Buttress. Tree buttress roots. Holy shenanigans. What are we talking about? Look at those big old fatties. These are the ones that support the weight of the tree. Now let's look at another one. Oh, that kapakak. Hold on just a second. Wrong type of tree. What? Tree buttress roots. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for normal buttress roots. These are like serious. This is such a great example of the internet. Like, you just want a normal buttress root. Hey, I just want to make a normal political comment. But then it has to go like to this. This is the tree example of the internet's political, like, polarization. How polarized and how dramatic the internet gets. I'm not going political on this video. No way. Okay, so you got buttress roots here. Open image in new tab. Oh, I need to start. Are you kidding me, you guys? Are you really going to do that? Satisfaction. Okay, so you get these big fatties. Okay, these are the ones that stabilize. Okay, you don't want to put digging right here. You will destabilize your tree. Let's look at something else. Tree root. Plate. Let's take a look at a tree root plate. Oh, here we go. And this is the kind of the plate right here. Open image in new tab. Are we ready? Dude, what is up with these little itty bitty images? Okay, so like, what do we got? We got probably 9 feet here. So here's the issue. If you take if you went right here, like right there, you may not like actually, or maybe right here, you may not like affect the stabilization. It'd be bad. You don't want to dig right there, not on that tree. Like, you would really want maximum probably here. And I think there is a, root plate. Remember, root plate. Maximum root plate distance and why. I got to put you on pause. Here we go. Root plate distance. Hold on. I should have written it down. Root plate distance. We were talking something about the root plate that, oh yeah. We were talking about the idea of this, guys. If you cut too close, man, I need to show you. Look, okay, look. If you cut too close, okay, like you run a line right here, all of a sudden you're taking out like a section of the tree's like feeding capability, a percentage. When a line goes straight through, all of a sudden, now there are a lot of feeder roots in the root plate. There are also a lot of them out here too. So if you like go wrapping, like let's say you cut all the way around here, okay? Let's say you put a septic line all the way around here. I'm telling you, that is gonna tax that tree big time. Big time. You go all the way around. I mean, bottom line, you may not have a choice, but there it is gonna tax that tree. Okay, that was septic. We talked about crown reduction cuts. We talked about crown thinning. We talked about canopy lifting. Let's just look at that real quick. I want to do that. Make sure that we cover it. Tree, CROWNLI, tree crown lifting. Okay, we did no more than 30%. Okay, here's a great one. Open image in new tab. There we go. Another small image, but I do want to talk about it real quick. Make sure we have covered it. Okay, this is a great example. Look at this. Before, everything hanging down. After, okay, now this is a good, look at this one. Look. This is a great example. Here. They did a great example of kind of showing. Do you see this? Let's see. See this little hanger right here? You would not want to take that one out right there because it would like totally bring it up to where this one is the one that's left. And that would get weird looking because look at the other side, like, right? You want a nice balanced look. And if you cut it here, you wouldn't. We call this cut right here, shaving the beard, right? So we need to shave the beard right here. Okay, we need to do a little clippy clip, and they did such a great example. Thank you, whoever you were who did this image that I am now recreating under copyright legalities and making new artwork. Okay, so anyway, this here, cut here, cut here, cut here. Great example. Take it back over to this example. Okay, so we'll make a cut right there. I can see a branch. We'll take that whole section out. There's a dropper right there. There's a dropper. That one's going to be connected to here. But let's say this big old honkadoo right here. If we're going to try to get a line that comes through here, there are going to be little drops coming off the honkadoo that we're going to need to trim the beard, okay? And then out here at the tips, this is where I would say, like, look at here. You're going to have places in this area, like right here. See, that's the farthest we can drill in. But let's say you have this little branch coming down through here, right? Okay, well, there might be somewhere in here a little thing that goes up, right? So you would want at that Y to get your loppers and clip the tip, and you can do a crown reduction cut right there. That way you eliminate that piece coming out there, you get more light coming down in through here, and you still have that branch, okay, that's supporting. And the reason you want that supporting branch, lion's tail, keyword YouTube, lion's tail. Remember that one and see if we get some YouTube traffic. Here we go. Let's giving away all my secrets. LYONSTAIL. Lion's tail. Pruning. Come on, AI. Come on, Russell. Here we go. Lion's tail. Problem with lion's tail is that you do not get, see, look at here. Open image in new tab. If you lion's tail too hard, what happens is, so this is correct. If you lion's tail too hard, you need these branches during a thin to continue to add girth right here. What they do is they photosynthesize and they add the ability for the tree to build girth right here. If you don't, you'll get a really thin branch and bushy out here like a lion's tail, and it'll crack right here over time. Okay, so that's the problem with lion's tailing trees. Also, it causes advantageous sprouts, right? So you need to leave a few in. If you lion's tail too hard, you need to leave a few in, and it keeps down the advantageous sprouts and it keeps it from cracking. Okay, did we cover everything? We covered the auxiliary septic. We had covered the 30%. We covered the 4 issues on why you don't prune in the summer. Heavy duty. We covered how to canopy clean. We covered the angles of a proper Y cut. And I guarantee you my ADD dropped 4 of those subjects. There's no way I finished my sentence. I should go back through and edit this. I'll bet you 25 of my sentences in this 25 minutes, 1 per minute. Okay, guys, that is it. Now, this is just some pruning stuff. If you have a tree falling on your house, call us. We'll dispatch some really bad to the bone equipment, lift the tree off the house, and work directly with your insurance company. However, we are also good at pruning. And during the non-emergency times, we can prune your trees. And we're really good at it. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this. It was 26 minutes. Hey, can you hit the thumbs up and the subscribe? Come on. This is good quality content. Hit it, because someone else needs this tree enriching content. Just do it. And the notifications for subscribe. Oh, I'm gonna shush because this was a good video. This was a good video. Okay. Share the word with a like and a subscribe. That's it. Y'all take it easy. Bye-bye.